So if this is the information you're given and you want to find all the trig ratios for this angle, so which trig ratio can you find just by what's given? Sine, cosine, or tangent? So you have an angle, you have the adjacent side, and you have the hypotenuse. So adjacent hypotenuse is cosine. So right here we know what our cosine is. So the cosine of theta is adjacent 7 over hypotenuse 10. Okay, so what we need to do is figure out our other main three, and then from those main three we can find the reciprocal functions. All right, so in doing that, again, which of these reciprocal functions can we identify? Cosecant, secant, or cotangent, without having to do any additional work. The reciprocal of cosine is the secant. So we know those two. In order to find this last one, you can use your calculators if you want, or you can solve it by hand. If you're solving this, you get, I'll call this a squared plus 7 squared equals 10 squared. So a squared plus 49 is equal to 100. Subtract 49 from both sides and square root it. We get a is equal to, now technically when you're solving for this, when you extract a square root, you have to take into consideration a positive and negative root. But because we're dealing with lengths here, we only need to do the positive. So we know that this a value is square root of 51. Okay, so when you enter your answers, the sign is opposite, square root of 51 over hypotenuse 10. The tangent is opposite, square root of 51 over adjacent 7. And now, what do you think? What's going to happen when you write your cosecant? Okay. You can't just flip 10 over root 51 because that wouldn't be completely reduced. If you want to use your calculators, you can. So if you took 10 divided by the square root of 51 and you entered it in your calculator as an exact answer, so you didn't push the decimals, it'll show you the rationalized and simplified form, which would be, in this case, 10 root 51 over 51. Okay. To enter that online, 10 square root 51 slash 51 is what would be expected to be online. Okay. For the cotangent, it's the same process. If you enter it online or you rationalize it by yourself, you get 7 root 51 over 51. All right, so make sure you leave your exact answers, meaning radicals, in your answers for those.